Hey, what's up guys, this is Saman here from Expert Gadgets. And I recently got my hands on the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. And these are 20 games I play on my Note 10. If you want to watch more contents on the Note 10, stay tuned. And now, without any further delay, let's get this video started. First up, we have The Silent Age. The Silent Age is a game that will take you a few hours to complete. It's a point-and-click adventure in a very traditional style. The Silent Age casts you as a dude named Joe. He's a janitor for a questionable big corporation, living out his life in the early 70s. Then he has a really weird day and ends up acquiring a time machine and a quest to solve the world from a terrible plague that kills everyone. And you will have to accomplish this quest by solving arbitrary puzzles and breaking things. Next up, we have #Drive. This is an endless driving game that's inspired by classic action movies from the 70s and 80s. The game is overall pretty straightforward. You'll have to drive a car down an endless road and see how far you can get by avoiding obstacles. While you're driving, you'll need to pick up bottle caps, gas, and other power-ups like a wrench to fix the damage on your car, and a donut to get the cops off your tail. Next up, we have Airline Commander. For all the plane lovers out there, this game is for you. The available planes are numerous as well as differentiated, from little planes to giant ones like the Boeing 747. And the same can be said of runways and airports. Everything is reproduced with fair fidelity thanks to the use of satellite images. And the control system guarantees the precision necessary to tackle each maneuver with precision. Next up, we have Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley is a farming simulation game where you take over your late grandpa's old farm. You will need to plant and harvest crops, spend time fishing, chat, give gifts to villagers, and work your way through the fields. Most actions can be done with the tap, the music is crisp and clean, and the graphics are just as bright and beautiful as ever. You won't even notice how much time flies when you're playing this, and how much fun you're having along the way. Next up, we have Rescue Wings. Here you cruise through the sky in this thrilling forest rescue. You have to fill your water tank to the brim by diving into lakes and tackle deadly forest fires as you duck, weave, and soar through narrow caves and endless skies. You can choose between a lot of planes ranging from cool to crazy, like rocket-fueled jets, stealth bombers, and UFOs. Next up, we have Door Kickers. Door Kickers is a tense, precise tactics game that turns SWAT team interventions into real-time with pause battles. It's mostly about stuff going kaboom. There's a single player mode too, but playing with a pal is recommended. After all, some doors are pretty tough, and an extra hand always helps. Next up, we have Mobile Legends Adventure. Adventure is an idle RPG hero collector genre. Set in the Mobile Legends Bang Bang MOBA universe, Adventure explores ancient eras of the Land of Dawn. The game takes the player to the Origin era, the era of gods, and the era of heroes. The history of the Land of Dawn has been forgotten, especially the battle between the light and the shadow, and from which the mightiest heroes emerged. These heroes ushered the world into a new age, and this era is called the Era of Rebirth. Now it is your job as a player to find new heroes and defend this now new world from the forgotten threat. Next up, we have Catbird. Is that a cat? Is that a bird? It's Catbird. In this game, you control a weird but cute animal called Catbird. It's got a face of a cat, but it has wings and can fly. But it cannot stay in the air for long, so you will need to guide it to safety, clearing the obstacles in the path. The objective is simple, but the obstacles are fairly hard, so you guys will have a great time playing this game. Next up, we have War Polygon. War Polygon is a first-person shooter from World War II. The single-player campaign is full of epic moments, story cutscenes, and heroic deeds. You have to become a brave soldier that will go from D-Day in Normandy, through the Battle of Bulge in Ardennes, and finally to Berlin. The controls are amazing and you will have a lot of time shooting people. Next up, we have TheoTown. TheoTown is an excellent game that can keep you occupied for hours. It isn't like other city builders. It's incredibly detailed and there's a lot to learn. Because of this, there's a pretty steep learning curve. It's incredibly detailed and will more than satisfy any city builder fan looking for a great game on the go. Next up, we have The Last Arrows. This game takes the archery action genre to a whole new level. A horde of monsters have suddenly launched an attack since the Black Meteor crash, and as a lucky survivor, you will have to do whatever it takes to return to your loving family. You will have to deploy your strategies and land deadly precision shots to clear the story mode. You will shoot to survive from amassing horde of monsters in the survival mode, and skills such as penetration, arc shot, multi-shots, and focus will never make you bored. Next up, we have Glory Age's Samurais. In this handsome yet Spartan arena combat game, you control a lone swordsman in a picturesque rendering of feudal Japan. You must fight off successive waves of armed combatants using 4 simple maneuvers. There's a single attack button, dodge, block, and rage that makes you indestructible. Overall, it's a great game with smooth animations. Next up, we have Faraway 4. Faraway games are one of the better escape room series on the Play Store, and Faraway 4 takes players to an all-new environment that is broken up into 20 all-new levels. And you can expect to find plenty of challenging puzzles to the overarching story. It still has to do with your father and many pages of his missing journal, so there is nothing much new here. But luckily, the gameplay, graphics, and music are great. Next up, we have Worldof Goo. Here, you take control of Goo balls, many of them which feature different abilities. You pick them up and connect them together in order to construct jiggly architecture like bridges, straightways, and even makeshift high-risers, so that you might lead the other Goo balls to an exit situated on one end of every stage. Next up, we have That Level Again 4. Now this is a game that will leave you pulling your hairs to solve the puzzles. You are tasked with an objective that you will have to complete in the same level, and you are given different objectives, but the platform stays the same, and you will have to be creative with your answers to solve the puzzle. Next up, we have Riptide GP. In this game, you are in a futuristic jet ski, and you are racing through the tracks, which include city rivers, amusement parks, etc. The graphics are realistic and the controls are really easy, as you can choose between certain presets. You've also got a career mode, a quick match mode, and a challenge mode where you can climb the leaderboards. Plus you've got an online multiplayer and even a split screen mode. Next up, we have Dark Things. This is a classic point-and-click adventure detective quest game. As Mr. Doe, you must explore strange things, solve mysteries, and learn dark secrets. And you will have to investigate cases in beautiful locations and enjoy strange, at times comical dialogues. And you'll also get to meet new characters in each case and learn their unusual stories. Next up, we have Roblox. Roblox isn't just a single game, it's actually an entire gaming universe consisting of dozens of titles, and a lot of them are user-generated. The basis of Roblox is focused on creativity and building, while encouraging community among its players. Although this game is intended for children, adults can have a lot of fun playing it too. Next up, we have Rusted Warfare. Now this is a simple RTS game where you use modern day weapons. You'll have to make tanks and various other units from your barracks, and you'll have to control them to destroy the enemy base while the enemy tries to destroy you. You're stationed on one side of the map and everything that is not near to you will have to be discovered. So you will have to scout and find your opponents too. Next up, we have PSDX. In this game, you take control of a football team and will have to show the best results in order to get to the World Cup. The main characteristics of this game are several game modes where you can test your strength in the World Cup, compete with the strongest teams, take part in friendly matches, and choose two teams and play a penalty. Well, that was it for this video, guys. Do leave a thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon if you don't want to miss out on some more upcoming content. And as always, thanks for watching. This is Saman signing out.